So let's review two more concepts. Start. So let's have a look at a few more advanced concepts for our load balancer. Number one is around network security. So currently we access this load balancer through a security group here. This is my load balancer security group. And then we access our EC2 instances through their own security group. So right now, if I look at the public IP and access it, as you can see, I can access my EC2 instance directly, or I can access it, of course, through my load balancer. But it may be preferable to only access my EC2 instance through my load balancer. So how do we do this? Well, under instances, let's go for security group, so right here. And we're going to look at the Launch Wizard 1 security group. And in here, for the inbound rules, we're going to edit them. And we're going to look at the HTTP rule. Right now, we allow everything from everywhere on this security group. But what we want to say is that no, the only traffic allowed into our EC2 instance should be traffic coming from the load balancer. So how do we change this? Well, let's first delete this rule. You have to first delete it, and then you add a new rule. And so again, we want HTTP. But this time, instead of having a CIDR block, you can scroll down and you can see that you can have security groups in there. So the security group we want to allow in is the security group of my load balancer. So if you just type load as well, it's going to filter the list. So then you select the security group of the load balancer. And the effect of this is that if we save this rule and have a look at it, now if we have a look at our EC2 instance directly and I refresh this page, as you can see, it's timing out because it's like not being able to access the instance because I'm not allowed to access directly the instance. But if you refresh the load balancer, well, the load balancer can still access my instances because in the rule that we have created in our security group, we allow inbound coming from, if we have a look at here, we allow inbound coming from the security group of the application balancer. So here we have tightened network security. The second thing I want to show you is around application balancer rules. So currently, if you go into this ALB right here, and we go under listeners and I click on it, as you can see, I have a rules section. And the rule is saying that right now you send everything to my demo target group ALB. But it's possible because we have an application balancer to manage rules and to make a few rules. And so let's have a look at the kind of rules we can add. So we can add a rule here, for example, insert rule. And here we can have conditions based on how the request looks like. And so we can say if the host header has a specific value, then send to a different target group. Or if the path is different, then again, send to a different target group. Or for example, let's have a play. If the path is /error, then return a fixed response of code 404 and saying not found, custom error. Let's save this. And now we have, if the path is /error, then return a fixed response. We could have other rules. For example, if the path is /other service, then forward to, and then another target group that we could define in here, but we don't have one right now. Or for example, if the path is other service, then we can delete this and we can say redirect to HTTPS or HTTP with a different path and a different status. So as you can see, we can have a lot of complex rules in here in our load balancer. And this is why we want to use an application load balancer when it comes to HTTP. So let's just test our special path /error. So I go back in here and I go to my load balancer. So here's my demo ALB. I will copy the DNS name. So if I paste this one, well, of course, we get our EC2 instances or two. But then if I do /error, it says not found, custom error. And so I get a custom error message. So it's working. So that's it for load balancers. We've seen a couple of advanced features. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.